Hello, I'm Jay the Fanboy, and today I'm introducing a new segment to my show. I call it Who Reviews. This is where I review episodes of Doctor Who. I'll be starting in the classic era with Season 1. I'm not going to be reviewing every episode of Doctor Who, however, because that's more than 37 years worth of history to get through, and I don't have time for that. But I will review episodes that I feel deserve to be talked about for whatever reason. That being said, let's get things started with Season 1, Episode 1. Wow, what a way to start. We find ourselves in London in the year 1963. We're introduced to two school teachers who are talking about one of their troubled students. The student in question is the doctor's granddaughter. They decide for some reason to spy on her. They go to the address she supposedly lives at, something like 123 TARDIS Lane or whatever. Clever though, I see what you did there. The two school teachers go to the place she claims is her home and wait for her to get there. Once the doctor's granddaughter actually gets there, they try to follow her, but she disappears, and all they see is a mysterious police office box. Not sure where the granddaughter went, the two school teachers look around and soon encounter the doctor. I like him. He seems like the stereotypical mischievous old man who's just playing around with people. He plays around with his teachers for a bit until they hear their student calling from inside the TARDIS. They barge their way in and are surprised to learn that the mysterious police office box is bigger on the inside. They press the doctor for information, and he decides to just tell them the truth. The two teachers are skeptical idiots. They refuse to believe the information right in front of their faces. The male teacher kind of reminds me of Seto Kaiba from Yu-Gi-Oh!
I don't believe in that nonsense, is that clear? And I don't know what kind of imbecile you think I am, but your little mind games won't work on me.
He has every amount of proof presented to him right in front of his face, and he still refuses to believe. The male teacher and the doctor struggle for a little bit, buttons are pushed, and the TARDIS does its thing. What's going on? That ends part 1 of the episode. Part 2 begins in the primitive past in the company of some very violent cavemen. It's at this point that I really begin to hate everyone. The dialogue is repetitive and everyone acts super annoying, except for the doctor. We're introduced to a tribe of cavemen who are fighting over two specific issues: leadership and fire. This tribe has a very limited vocabulary. They have the same conversation over and over and over again. The duration of this episode pretty much goes like this. Me in charge. Me make fire. No, me leader. You no make fire. Me old. Fire bad. Me leader. Me make fire. No, me leader. You no make fire. Me old. Fire bad. The same dialogue goes on for a while, occasionally ending in somebody's death. The doctor is of course able to make fire. The cavemen chase him around for a bit until they get it. After the cavemen get their fire, they decide they have no use for the doctor and his friends. They decide to kill the doctor and his friends, but end up chasing them all the way back to the TARDIS, where they get away. The TARDIS then does its wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey thing, and they end up at their next destination. And that was the first episode of Doctor Who. At times the cast is very irritating, and I only really like the doctor. Still, I'm looking forward to seeing where the show goes from here. Until next time, I'm Jay the Fanboy. Laters.